Good morning. Welcome to Buffalo Wild Wings Arena here in Troy, Michigan. Game 3, Sunday morning. Fox takes on OJG. Fox, let's face it, with the two easiest games, if you will, to start the weekend. Going 2-0 against Big B and Bell Tire. This morning's game should be a little bit stiffer competition. Fox faces OJG. Familiar face in net for Oakland. Cooper Nordoon was goalie at Fox last year. Fox will start Mason Martin in net. It looks like Langen and Lenny with Ball, Day, and Molyneux. Fox still without Andrew due to injury and without Ryan for this game. Ryan serving his game misconduct for a penalty yesterday. OJG with the face-off win. B2B in their zone, Kai on the forecheck, breaks that up. OJG to the point, Langen, that's out of the zone, he brings it out to Lenny. Lenny red line, in deep. Cooper out to play it, sets this up. Flips it right to ball, he gloves it down, takes a look, drops it for Day. Day off of Langen's stick out of his zone. Now Langen rather than Lenny. Lenny throws it in deep, Fox regroups, they're still offsides. That's tripped all the way around. It's going to be a breakaway and Mason. Shot, glove save in the corner. OJG with the first look of the game. Kai regroups it, flips it out of his own glove down by OJG at the red line. The red line and deep for OJG, far corner. Mason thought about playing it, leaves it for Langen. Langen rims it to the bench. Fox in the change. They have to let that go so they don't get too many. OJG with it, D2D now in their own zone. In the corner, OJG. They enter the zone. Lenny stands him up in the blue line, turns him over to Hart. Hart's 1-on-4. Hart takes the hit and gets the puck in deep. Adams in on the forecheck with Hart. Puck hits Hart in the skate, goes in the corner. Hart to the middle for Dylan. Shot, scores! Dylan Lightfield, first goal of the game. Minute 20 in, Fox goes up 1-0. Fox has had fast starts in all three games now. Dylan, Ryder, Mason, Coastal, Jack Fink. OJG with this. Pinballed in deep. Dylan cuts it off. Dylan takes a look over to Fink. Fink through the middle for Coop. Coop, red line. Carries it in deep. He ran off that puck. OJG with it. Back in through the middle. Dylan through his own feet to himself. Dylan down low. Dylan shot. Saved by Cooper. Penny and Taya, Granville, Thornton, Duraney. Penny runs this to the boards. OJG gets there first, though. OJG runs it around. Parker steals the boards. Parker down low. Moves it over to Kale. Kale tries to go through the middle for Granville. Puck is deflected by OJG, but sent back in deep. Ring around, and Taya gets a stick on this. Kale down to help. Ties it up, gets it to Penny. Puck loose to the middle to Parker. Shot over the net. And Taya down low for Penny. Penny up top to Kale. Kale shoots, that's blocked from first. OJG in. And they score. one game now. Face-off won by OJG, poked away by Leonard. Puck down low, Langen on it. Up to the point, Kai intercepts. Kai tips ahead for ball. Ball offside. Ball to Langen, indeed. Gary behind the net, ties him up. OJG comes away with it. Tipped off the glass. Over Langen. Lenny picks this up. Lenny off the boards for Gay. Gay tied up. Puck in deep. Gets by Lenny. Lenny at the goal line. Takes a look. Moves on ahead for a ball. Ball rims it in deep. High on the forecheck. Skips around him. Through the middle. Adams picks this up. Goes to the D. Russell gets there. Rims it around for Fink. Off Fink, sticks to Kai. Kai takes a look. Had Ryder in the middle, couldn't get it to him. Ryder has his stick with it, can't get that in deep. Puck chipped in. Mason backhands this for Fink. Fink around, goes up to the point though. Down low now. Fink picks this up again. Takes a look. Hits Hartz. Hartz exits the zone. With Adams. Hartz in, finds Adams. Tips off his stick on net. In the corner now. Adams rims this in deep. In the corner, Dylan with the hit. Frees it up to Hart. Hart shot, tip on that. Through the middle. Adams on it. Thrown in deep. OJG behind the net with it. Through the middle. Kale picks that off. OJG in offside. Puck comes all the way deep to Parker. Parker around the net. Mason lets him know. Parker takes a look. Parker skates this up, red line, brings it in the zone, ran off that puck. OJG picked off by Braxton and Parker. Braxton tipped wide by Granville. Granville on it, rims it in deep for Anteo. Anteo rips one to the point, gets by Parker. Langen goes back deep to get it. Langen behind the net, turns over. Puck centered, nobody home. Shot from the point goes wide. OJG on it, tied up. Near side, Granville and Penny. Penny moves his D side for Langen. Langen retreats behind Mason, takes a look, comes out far side. Langen, soft pass off the boards to Granville. Granville backhands one, just past Penny. Puck careens into the corner. OJG picks this up. Behind the net, takes a look. Comes out far side. Kai on the forecheck, turns him over. Kai down low. OJG clears near side. Puck chipped out by Langen. Ball and Kai. Ball chips to Kai. Kai at the dot. Shot save. Ball with the hit in the corner. Works with Kai. Puck's tied up. Comes to the point to Langen. Kicks off his stick. Langen gets back. It's in deep. Ball's going to pick this up. Sends one. And it's saved. Dylan Ryder, Coachburg. Face off to Coop. Sends one, goes wide, Ryder in the corner. Ryder picks this up, gets it to Hartz. Hartz picks it right back behind there. Hartz goes to go down to Dylan. Dylan backhands one back into the corner. OJG throws this to the point. Fink seals that, sends it down low to Dylan. Dylan backhands one through the middle, doesn't connect. Good for the hit. Let's send in deep. D to D. Let's try again. Goes back D to D. Near side. Dylan frees this up. Now it's back in the zone. Pucks the Coop to Dylan. Dylan exits with Steve. Dylan through the middle. Around the contact. Turned over. Delaney picks him up, sends him wide. Shot goes way wide. All the way around. Arts gets a stick on this. That hits the Fox fence. Faceoff will stay in the zone. Nope, faceoff out of the zone. Penny's line with Delaney and Blanton. Faceoff to Parker. Over to Kale. Chips ahead. Granville doesn't collect that. Lets it go all the way in. Chips off the boards. Kale doesn't get there. Leaves it for Parker. Parker just puts this in deep. Gloved down by OJG. Back into the line. Parker stands him up. Looks for help. Penny with it. Now Delaney. Chips over to Kale. Kale puts this in deep. OJG goes down to pick it up. Granville. Breakout by OJG. Far side connects through the middle. Kale picks this up in front of Mason. Off the glass for Penny. Low too far. Puck chipped in by OJG in their own zone. Skip Parker stick. Down low. Parker tied up to Kai. Puck in deep. Kale's going to move for a minute. It's Day. Off his stick though. OJG with it. Knocked down by ball. But oh. Ball's line out there with Lenny and Langham. Chipped in deep. Down to Day. Day in the corner. Tries to drag it through. Turned over. OJG with it. Fans on the pass in the middle. Kai picks this up. He's got Day and ball with him. Moves it to ball. Ball walks in. A shot. Over the net. OJG exits with it. Pass connects. Kai knocks him off the puck. Out of his zone. OJG near side now. Chips in. Mason leaves it for Lenny. Lenny fans on this. Backhands it along for Langham. Langham over to Dylan near side. Dylan through the middle. Hits Ryder. Ryder in deep. Going to be on net. Covered. Mark up the fink at the point. Drops it for Adams. Adams sends it through a lot of traffic. That's saved. Dylan line with Fink and Coops. Dylan wins that to Fink. Blocks. OJG exits his speed. Dylan evens it up. Dylan turns him over. Puck comes to Coops. Out of his zone. Adams wins that battle. He's got Dylan with him. Adams backhands one. Too far for Dylan. In the corner. Near side. OJG with it. Tips to the middle. Almost turned it over to Dylan down low. OJG's puck is tipped by Adams into the corner. Coops ties him up. Waits for help. Penny waits in. Hoops wins this three. Oh, come on. Hoops is going to go for a trip. Penny and Taya Thornton Delaney. 2-minute tripping penalty on Costa. 6:32 left for time. Penny in to take a draw. Wins it to Kale. Kale. Oh, hits in Taya. He gets it out of the zone to Penny. Penny throws this in. Delaney steps. He gets that the length of the ice. Cooper plays this behind the net. Backhand's going along. OJG has to retreat and Taya behind the net. Couple of 29s. OJG with it still. Gets beyond and Taya. Penny hard after now. Delaney with that frees this up for Penny. Penny flips. Oh, he hits the rafters though. Going to draw an offensive zone face-off for OJG. Langen and Lenny out now with ball and Monument. Face-off, Easton. Chips this, comes up to the point though. Gets beyond Lenny. OJG with it now. Back up top, through the middle. Good poke by Kai, and he's off. Kai's off, gets around one. Tries taken down, but Paul picks this up. Gets a stick on it. Easton turns with it. Bottom of the circle. Takes a look. Tries to get one to Kai in the middle. Skips off his stick. Over his stick, rather. OJG exits with it. Langen stands him up. Lenny with the puck. Off the boards. Cut off at the red line, though. Back in the zone on Lenny. Lenny and Kai. Kai turns him over. Puck down low now. Picked up by Dylan. Backhanded around. Eyes after the races. Long shift now for him. Takes a look. Just pins it deep. OJG comes away with it, though. Out of the zone. 15 seconds left on the PK for Fox. Centered. Hearts on the back check. Frees that up. To the point now. OJG through some traffic. Mason with the save. 5 seconds left on the PK. Spins. Down low. Turned over. Out of the net. Delaney with it. Turned over to Hartz. Fresh off the bench. Off the box to Adams. He's got Hartz with him. Back to Hartz. Makes a mistake. Doesn't get a look at it. Chip through the middle. Out of the zone. In on Delaney. Pink stands him up. Puts in the corner. Parker goes and gets it. Parker avoids the hit. Cycles it for Adams. Adams skips to Dill. Dylan around one. Dylan around two. Dylan with it low. Takes a look. Rips through the middle. Hits the skate, but that's in the zone. Cooper plays that. Up. Good change. Good pass. Back in deep. Mason with it behind the net now. He rips it over to Langen. Langen takes a look near side. Adams chips ahead to Antea. Antea, red line, deep. OJG goalie out to play it. Runs it around. Comes all the way out to the point to Lenny. Lenny sends one in deep. Side of the net. Down low now. Pops out to Lenny at the point. Lenny sends one over to Jake. Jake to Penny. Granville ties this up along the boards. Comes out of the zone. Langen on it. Tries to get one through and does. Bouncing puck. Too far for Penny. OJG D to D. Gets it around. Langen gets a stick on this. Slows it down. Langen's tied up. Puck pops through to Jack. Jack's got Kai. Takes it instead up the middle. Knocked off his stick. Tries to move to the point. He's ran off puck. Down low through Easton Steve. Chipped ahead. Jack runs him off the puck. Parker with it now. Then in deep. Cut off though. Back in along the tail. Tail chips it ahead for Day. Day doesn't get all of it. Now he gets it in deep. Cooper rings this around. Liam cuts it off. Easton. High. Shot over the net. Parker races over for it. Bouncing puck to Eve. Doesn't get all of it. 3-on-2 the other way. Tail steps up. Takes that away. High sends it on the rest of the way. OJG with it. Exit the zone. Through the middle. Around one. Picked off by Hart. Hart walks in. 3-on-2. Hart's to Dylan. Shot. Save. Still loose. Still loose. Hart finds it on the doorstep. Backhand one. What a save. Puck still loose though. Good job by the ref to let it play out. Tipped by Cooper up into the stands. Hart, Adams, Whitefield, Coopston. Minute 38 left, first period. Clean win the feint. Feint drop for Adams. Adams hits far side. That hits a stick. Doesn't get through. OJG and set up at the blue line. Through the middle. Adams reads this and takes it. Dances around Hart's, or rather Lightfield throws it in deep for Feint. Bounces along to Hart's at the point. Hart's takes a look. He lefts down the shot. Sends one that's picked up into the netting. Granville and Taya, Henning, Langen. Face off. One by Fox to Lenny. Lenny sends one through right on the OJG logo. Henny thrown out. Granville wins that clean to Lenny. Lenny through the contact. Chip down low to Antaya. Antaya tied up. Gets away from one. Tied up again. Gets away from two. Antaya still with it behind the net. Up top of Lenny. Lenny walks it down low. It's like a shot that's picked up into the ceiling. 49 seconds left. Forward stay out. Thornton and Duraney are out now for deep. Penny wins this. To Kale. Kale around. Sends a shot that's blocked away. OJG comes out with it. Shot Mason glove save. .7, same 5. They have one to Parker. Gets it to Taya. Comes right back to Parker. Parker enters the zone. No, he doesn't. Bails out. Throws it in deep. On net. Puts away. Through the middle. Kale can't knock that down. Kale on the back check. Takes that away. Near Parker. Penny on it. Up to the point. Shot blocked by Kale. That will do it for the period. All right, start of the second period. 1-1 tie. Molyneux, ball, Day, Coop. Day wins it, or a ball rather, wins it forward to Molyneux. He walks in, tries to go around one, taking off that puck. Comes right back to him though. Sends it in deep. On Day's stick, taken away by OJG. They exit 3-on-3. Comes on Mason. And going to be offsides. This up comes out of his own. Same back. Kai wins this. Drops the stick of ball with a broken stick. He's got to go to the bench. Thanks. Oops, skips off his stick. Stays in his own though. The fake shot. Cooper saves this. Rebound though. In the corner. OJG on it. Fake holds the blue line. Puck's tipped around him though. Coops down to pick it up. Coops with it. Mason letting him know he's got one on. Turned over behind the net. Shot wide on the stick of Kai. Kai chips behind for Dylan. Dylan takes a look. He's got time. Takes a look again. Now he skates up ice. Through the middle. Finds Kai. Kai's got Ryder with him. Kai cuts to the middle. Taking away. Comes right to Ryder. Those shots blocked. OJG doing a great job of blocking shots. Shot gets through by Langan. Cooper kicks it in the corner. Dylan on it. Moves it to Adams. Adams in the middle for Hart's. That save. I haven't been keeping track, but OJG's got to have upwards of 10 block shots already. Clogging up the shooting lanes. Adams, Lightfield, Hart, Henning, Langan. Face off to the left of the OJG goalie. Clean win by Adams up to Langan. Langan backhands one for Ryder. Ryder has that poked away. Right in front of the Fox bench. Ryder kicks it back in deep. OJG exits with it now. Flipped into the D zone on Lenny's stick. Lenny backhands one out of the zone. Hart swipes this in the middle. OJG D takes it. Doesn't quite gain the red line, throws it in deep. It's going to be right on Mason, though. He plays it into the corner for Henning. Henning, tight turn, far side. Adams chips, not out. Gets help from Lenny. Cut off by OJG. Hart brings it back in the D zone. Slides one near side to Jack. Langan through the middle. Dylan far side. Dylan ripped in deep on net. Covered. Duranian, Dorrington, Penny, Granville, and Tate. Takes off one by OJG up to Parker, though. Parker gets this down low. OJG takes it away. Granville stands on it. Can't get a beat. Parker steps up. Granville support. Sends it in off to Parker. In front of the Fox bench now. OJG with it. Near side. Mateo gets a stick on this at the red line. Tries to move it along. Gets help from Granville. Penny with it. It's a skate. Pops over to Jake. Mateo throws a breaks on. Hits Granville. Shot. Rolling around. Loose. Side of the net. Still loose. I'm not sure who's getting a call here. Cross check. I'm assuming on OJG and Granville ate the dirt. Yep. OJG to the box for cross check. Takes off one by Dylan. Drops it for Lenny. Lenny to Parker. Parker down to Dylan. Dylan back to Parker. Parker slides it to Dylan. Dylan walks down. Shot. Blocked. Parker cuts this off of the blue line. Parker over to Dylan again. Dylan back to Parker. Parker sends one through. Glove save. 1:36 left on the power play. Lenny wins this to Dylan. Dylan to Parker. Parker rips it down low to Adams. Adams one touch to Dylan. Dylan at the hash marks to Parker at the point. Over to Lenny. Lenny goes wide. Drops it to Parker up top. Parker sends one through. Over the net. Dylan on it. Takes the hit. Gets out from Braxton. Moves it to Ryder. Dylan back with it now. Dylan up to Parker. Parker walks the blue line. Over to Bill. Skips off his stick. He backhands one. Parker one hand keeps him in the zone. Dylan. Far side. Off of Lenny's stick. Out of the zone. OJG all the way down. Mason picks it up. Slides it to Parker. Parker throws the brakes down behind the net. Takes a look. Cuts through the middle. Over to Lenny. Lenny skates up ice with it. In deep. Centers one. Turned over. Out of the zone. Mason thought about playing this. Leads it to Parker. 30 seconds left on the power play. 13 minutes in the period. Parker over to Kai. Kai sauces one that hits a player. Comes to Langen. Langen picks this up. Through the middle for Hartz. Too far for Kai. D. Langen picks him up. Parker with it. Long shift for Durrani. He was trying to get off there. Had to turn back on the turnover. Side of the net. Martin with it. That will do it for the Fox power play. Not a lot doing there. Ball skates it up ice. Ball in around. Ball cuts to the middle. Turned over. Picks it back up. Slides it up top for Jack. Langen. Down low for Kai. Kai with it. Drops it for Jack. Slides it far side to Fink. Fink doesn't get that shot off. OJG on it. Tries to drag it around. Hartz frees it up to Fink. Fink backwards to Lenny. Kai calling for it. Turned over. Fink stands him up. Puck in deep to Langen. Langen with 3 on him. Tries to reverse it. Doesn't get all of it. Kai gets there though. Turned over side of the net. Mason shuts the door. Off to the left of Mason. Face off clean one by OJG. And down low, side of the net, that is Dylan. Off the glass. Day lifts the stick, pucks out of his own. Right back in by OJG. Mason out to play it behind the net, sets it up for Langen. Excuse me, Jack with it. Or over down low. Puck in the corner. Jack ties him up. Gets up from Dylan. Dylan escapes with it. To Liam. Liam ahead for Ryder. Ryder in deep. Throws the brakes on. In the middle for Lenny. Too far. Lenny on it. Soft chip down low for Day. Day tied up. Gets one to Dylan in the middle. Dylan. Behind the net. Turned over to OJG. Adams cross ice to pick it up. Lenny with it. Langen behind the net with it. Adams through the middle. Oh, dangerous pass. Bouncing puck in the slot. Shot blocked. Mason covers. Top down low. Penny. OJG moves it in the corner. Tank on him. Side of the net. Penny comes away with it. Braxton skates out. Brings it in his own onside. Take a look. Far side hits Fink. Fink shot off the face mask and out. It's off win, down low by Penny. OJG takes it up. Throws the breaks down behind the net, takes a look. Off his stick. OJG in. Oh. Hank's going to get a trip here. Delaney and Thornton, ball Molyneux. Ball went just to the board. Parker goes between his feet up to OJG. OJG far side now. Dale gets a skate on this, frees it up. Down low. Side of the net. Ball rips this out of his zone. Cooper out to play it. Sets it up for his D. On the net, OJG comes out far side now. Cuts through the middle. Loses the tire. Delaney steps. Tips it ahead. Not deep, but out of his zone. Puck chipped in deep by OJG. Parker's the first one there. Through the middle, doesn't get out. Puck down low. Parker on it. Frees this up, chips it head to Kai. 2-on-1, or Kai in by himself now. Flies it over to Easton. Back to Kai, shot. Next picked off. Ice cut. Welcome back, second half action. Fresh sheet of ice. Game tied 1-1. Both goals scored early in the first. Foxy's coming from Dylan, about a minute and a half into the game. Fox has 54 seconds left on Fink's tripping penalty. Faceoff will be in the OJG zone. Fox will send out Kai, Easton, Jack Langen, and Lenny. Ball in to take the draw. OJG thrown out. Easton wins this to the wall and goes to get it. Backhands it along further. Easton applies pressure, chips along the boards, Lenny steps, throws it in deep, hits the rough skate, doesn't get in all the way. OJG with it through the middle now. Connects through the middle. Shot around. Nears the corner now. Langen chips it ahead for ball. Ball can't get it out. Langen does though. Far corner. 20 seconds left down the PK. Langen steps, doesn't get this ball on the back check, evens up numbers though. Chips in wide. Hartz and Langen, first one's there. Up comes up to OJG at the point. Shot. Mason fights this off. Bounces free to Easton. He careens it all the way down the net. That'll do it for the PK. Fox back to even strength. OJG behind the net with it. Geometry's off the boards. Cut off by Langen. Flipped in deep. OJG on it. We got Dylan, Ryder, Hartz out there now. Behind the net, Dill. Takes a look, moves it up scale. Dale over to Parker. Come on. Same size. It's off, one by OJG in the corner. Hartz cuts this off. Takes a look. OJG comes away with it. Through the middle, connects. Dale pokes that in deep to Dill. Dill in, shot. Oh, Ryder just wide. OJG, Parker partially goes it down. Dale gets it back in deep. Tuck down low. OJG through the middle, in one-on-one on Parker. Slides that out of harm's way. OJG tries to get it in deep. Parker pins it with Hart. Granville turned over. Dylan stands him up. Parker over to get it. Parker off the boards behind the net for Kale. Kale back to Parker. Parker to Hartz. Hartz chips ahead for Dill. Dylan skates it in with Granville. Dylan, side of the net, over the net, into the netting. Granville and Hey up. Penny, Coops, Fink. Penny wins this over to Mateo. Through his feet down in the corner. Knocked off the puck to OJG. Fink steps. Good stick by Coop. Fox offside, they have to wait. Back onside. Penny knocks this in. Gets help from Granville. Granville shot. Save. Langan and Lenny on now. Forward step. Face off down low. OJG behind the net with it. Jack steps. Doesn't get there. Turned over to Granville on the slot shot. Side of the net. OJG exits with it. Penny with the hit. Frees this up. Penny brings it all the way into the D zone. He's ran off that puck. Puck's still in the zone. Now comes back to Penny. Penny skates into it. Chips it ahead for Anteo. Anteo just sends it in deep. Forward's going to get a change. Cooper plays this behind the net. Through the defenseman. Rips through the middle. It's going to be an icing. Ball, Day, Molyneux, Henning, Langan. Clean win by Ball, but out of the zone. Lenny over for it. He tries to get it in deep, hits the OJG player. OJG brings this out, throws it behind the net. Mason backhands it off the boards for Langan. Langan throws the brakes on, reverses to Lenny. Lenny turns it over down low in the slot. Blocked. I think Lenny got a leg on that. Ball, gloves this out of midair, dropped it to himself. Skates it in the zone, in the middle, off his stick, at the dot, shot wide. Eye on it now. Eye drops. For Day. Day loses that battle, puck comes up to Langan. Langan pitches it in deep, Eye gloves it down. Eye flips one through the middle to Parker, out of the zone. Parker takes a look, goes behind Mason. Turns to Jets on, moves it Sky. Sky through the middle for Langan. Langan skates it in. Jack drops it. Oh, too far for Dylan. Dylan behind the net. Reverses it for Kale. Kale walks in, shot wide. Dylan on it. Through the middle. Hartz gets a stick on this, sends it in deep. Hartz rims it up the board for Dylan. Dylan chips it ahead for Ryder. Ryder in, around one. Delay, sends one on. Cooper blocks this up in the air. Goes down by the defenseman. Tied up along the boards. Duraney with it. Archer through the middle. A lot of traffic. Hartz loose in the crease. OJG on it. Glove down. Thrown out of the zone. Icing. Arm is up and called. Penny in the draw. His line with Duraney and Thornton. Penny to the boards. OJG gets there. Backhands one along. Kale's the first one there. Kale backhands that in deep. OJG on it. Off the boards. Picked up by Anteo. Turned over though. Duraney steps. Chips that out of his own. Stays on him. Parker turns him over. He's got Braxton with him. Parker goes wide. One hand on the stick. Turns. Takes a look. Anteo goes down. Comes to Granville. Granville centers one. Comes up to Parker. Parker fans on one. 2 on 1 the other way. Kale gets back. Takes this away. Throws this out of the zone. OJG on it. Thrown out of the zone by OJG. They pick this up. Near side now. Rimmed in deep. Mason doesn't get there. Kale's the first one in. Kale flips this off the boards. Oh, he had Penny, but Penny was going for a change. In deep. Offside. Face off out of the zone. High with the hit. Puck in deep though. Coops picks this up. Takes a look behind the net. Rims it around for Day. Day slows it down, but not out. Now it's out. OJG with it. through the middle, around Day, poked away by Kai, though. Kai with Easton. 2-on-1. Kai shot. Oh, it's the crossbar. Oops. Saves this at the goal line. Sends it in deep. Cut off by OJG in the corner. Picked off by Day. Turned over the ball. Ball in the corner. Right up. Gets help from Day. Going to get a delayed call here. Easton took a stick in the mouth. Ball took a stick in the mouth. So we have Ball, Hart, Molyneux, Lang, and Delaney. Face off, one out of the zone by OJG. Mason lets it bounce off the boards, takes it behind the net, sets it up for Parker. Parker exits, goes it near the far side for Kai. Off his stick, Kai battles, moves it back for Parker. Parker slides it over to Jack, bouncing puck, Jack settles it, looks to the middle, hits Ball. Ball walks in, throws it down to Kai around one. Kai down low, centers one. OJG rips this down the ice. Mason sets this up for Parker again. Minute 20 left down the power play. Parker tugs right up with it. Hits Kai. Kai skates it over to Hartz. Hartz breaks. Drops it for Kai. Kai throws the break down at the hash mark. Up top for Parker. Parker over to Jack. Near side misses him. Jack skates down for it at the hash mark. OJG and Hartz wins this up to Parker. Over to Kai. Kai back up top for Durante. Durante to Langen. Langen. Middle, Ball rather, with a tip. Cleared out by OJG. 50 seconds on the power play. Take 5. Now we get a change. Dylan out for Hartz. Langen shoots. That hits the paddle. Ryder tries to back this one out of the air. Can't. That is all the way down the ice. Mason out to get it. Parker still out there. Skates into this. Takes a look. 2-1. In the zone by himself. Parker goes down. Adams, Lightfield, Penny, Fink, Penny. OJG wins this. Fink doesn't get all of it. 15 seconds left on the power play, 45 in the period. Fink behind the net with it. Escapes. Over to Dylan. Dylan throws the breaks down in the corner. 5 seconds left. Fink drops for Dylan. Dylan over to Lenny. Lenny up the hash mark. That is out of the zone. OJG one-on-one on Fink. Fink sends him wide. Backhander cleared away by Martin. 15 in the period. Still in the zone. Gets down low. Fink with a good stick. Breaks that up. Adams. Dylan. He'll have time for a shot. Dylan in. Now he won't. Tucks it in deep. That'll do it for the period. All right, 17 minutes left, third period here. 1-1 tie. No goals in that second period. Martin in net. Thornton and Delaney on D. Granville and Taya Penny at forward. Tied up in the dot. Comes free to OJG. Kicked along, not in deep though. And Taya brings that in the zone. Behind on the offsides to Fox, delayed. Fox through the middle. Tail cuts this off with the red line. Doesn't get all that. OJG on it. Penny cut off behind the net. And Taya tries to center one to Granville. Can't. Off the boards for Parker. Parker rips one through. Tip just wide by Granville. Granville, puck's tied up. OJG sends it back behind their net. Penny gets chased. Doesn't get there. Granville, or rather, Delaney steps. He's ran off that puck. Pop free. Granville with a good stick at the blue line. Down low, behind the net now. Delaney on it. Kicks it up the board for Kale. Flipped in. Oh, off the netting. Ball, Molyneux, Day, Henning, Langen. Puck top three to Jack. Skates it in. Up in deep. OJG with it. They rim it around. Off the boards. Lenny gets there. Tied up. That puck gets around him out of the zone. Langen and ball back. Easton with the hit. Frees this up in the middle. Mason fights this off into the corner. Lenny with it. Tied up. Langen in the help. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Through the middle. Out of the zone. OJG with it. Kai almost turns him over. Puck loose to the middle. Langen on it. Langen drops it for Lenny. Not out. Puck in deep. Langen through the middle. Day gets a stick on this. Rim back in deep by OJG. Loose in the middle. Bouncing puck. That's in. .15:08 left. Fox finds himself facing their first deficit of the weekend. Up to Fink and kicks it ahead for Hartz. Back down to Fink. Down low to Coops now. Coops with it. Over to Jack. Fink through the middle. Nobody there. It's going to be an icing. OJG thrown out of the dot. Dylan wins this job. Big Fink. Fink off the boards. Oh, almost got it through the Hartz, didn't though. OJG in. Coops runs him off the puck. Adams tries to glove that down. Can't. Comes up to the point. Shot through. Tipped over the net. Side of the net now. Fink with it. Can't clear. Turned over in the middle. Shot goes wide. Dylan with a hit. Buck's behind the net now. Fink ties him up. Hart's on it. Turned over to OJG. Dylan skates this out now. Dylan cuts through the middle. Dylan on it. Dylan skates it in. Dylan ran off that puck. Still with it though now. Throws the brakes on. Tail down to Adams. To Dilton. Up behind the net now. OJG with it. Step down. Tail keeps this in. Centers one. Taken away. Off the glass. Adams. Can't keep it in. Over to Delaney. Delaney to Tail. Tail in. Tail with it behind the net. All by himself. Fox gets a change. Ties this up. Pops free to Penny. Penny gets out from Granville and then Tail. Puck pops free. In the corner still. Penny and Granville now. Granville takes it and Taya into house. Down low. Penny with a reverse hit. Puck pops free to Durrani. Durrani around one. Durrani around two. Comes a shot two over the net. Taya, good read. Thought about sliding it to Tail. Winger was there though. And Taya behind the net with it. Sets a pick for Granville. Granville tries to get one through the middle to Penny. Penny backhands one to Tail. Tail sends one through. Loose. Goes wide. Granville on it. To Penny. OJG escapes with it. Sent in on Mason. Plays it over to Kale. Kale behind the net for Durrani. Durrani, hits Kale. He's going to skate into it though. Backhands one along, out of harm's way. OJG throws this in the zone. Durrani with a couple on number fours. He gets reverse hit now. Puck comes right to ball. Ball's got Kai with him. 2-on-2. Ball goes wide, drags through. Side of the net. OJG on it. Jay with a hit. Ball gets a stick on this, frees it up. OJG skates right into it. Tips ahead, Langham with a stick, knocks this down. Kai picks this up, reverses back into the D zone. Kai in the round one. Moved over to Day. Day in the slot, overskates this, gets it back, turned over. Lenny with a hit. Easton throws this in deep. Physicality has really picked up here on both ends. Langham down deep for Kai. There we go. Fox is going to get a power play here. Kai drew an interference after behind the play. Going to get a rough here on OJG. Fox in the power play, 11:22 left. Right field, Adams, Penny, Durrani, Henning. Face off one to Dill. Looks to set up. Drops it to Parker. Parker over to Lenny. Off his stick, down low. Lenny centers one, picked off. Tied up by Dylan, taken away by Penny. Penny skates this in, leaves it for Adams. That's turned over out of his own. Mason out to play it, sets this up. Durrani's going to skate into it. Parker takes a look. Comes out near side. Over to Lenny. Lenny skates this in. Drops for Adams over to Dylan. Dylan walks down, shot. Blocked into the corner. Adams picks this back up over to Parker. Parker drops for Lenny. Too far for him. Penny rather into it. Up to Durant. Over to Dill. Dylan at the dot. Down low. Center to Lenny. Gets blocked up into the boards. Parker doesn't allow this out of his own. Kai with it near side. And it's the zone for Easton. Easton side of the net. Saved. wins this draw to Kai to Langham. Jack to Fink. Back to Langham. Langham sends one through. Tip. Behind the net now. Hart's over to Ball. Ball rims it up to Kai. 25 seconds on the power play. Langham on it. Over to Fink. Fink drops to Jack. Jack over to Kai. Kai in his feet. Kicks it to himself. Drops it for Hart. He misses it. Back in and glove down by Fink. Top three to Jack Fink. Up to Jack Langham. 5 seconds left on the power play. Drops to Fink. Fink turned over. Mason plays one long for Kai. Kai throws the brakes on. Rips in deep. Fox gets a change. OJG, that's icing. Yep. Callan Parker, Granville, and Taya Penny. 9:01 left in the game. Fox trails 2-1. Tied out, Granville to Granny. Granny sends one through, that's blocked. Penny on it. Penny tries to go down low, can't. Turned over down low to Taya, left side of the net. Tries to find Parker. Parker behind the net. Parker cuts it up. Gains his own. Backhands one along. Penny steps down for it. Takes a hit. OJG chips ahead. Tail steps. Keeps that in, but right to OJG. Turned over. Taylor heads off. Dang it. OJG wins this draw. D to D. Hart's over on him. Tuck in deep. In the corner. Coops. Helps and Fink. Shot doesn't make it through. Dylan comes away with it. Dylan behind the net. Off the glass. Doesn't get through the Hart. OJG breaks it right back in. In the middle, taken away by Adams. Hits a stick, glove down by Dylan, right back in the zone. Coops back in for the launch to Fink. Fink, not out. Shot through, cut off by Coops. Coops back in for the long, Hards, not out. Down low. Fink picks this up behind the net, throws the brakes on. Takes a look, hits Dylan. Dylan through the middle. Ryder gets a stick on this, sends him in deep. OJG off the boards. Lenny picks this up. For Adams, bounces off his stick, right back to Lenny. Lenny backhands one, hits an OJG player. Kai with it. Reverses course. Through the middle for Ball. Look in deep, Easton on it. Throws the brakes on. Hits Kai, shot. So save. Lenny comes down low for it. Day switches with him, comes up to the point. Day kicks it down. Comes back to Liam. Liam, around one, on his back end. Sends a shot through. Well save. Time becoming a factor here. It's in the circle, Kai with it. Throws the brakes on, Kai goes down, loses that puck. Baller knocks it down though out of midair. Gets tied up. RJG skates out with it. Off the glass. Icing. Dylan, Ryder, Mason, Parker, Kale. Takes off one to OJG. Behind the net with it. Kale steps, takes this away partially. OJG gets it out though. Adams goes down. Side of the net. OJG wins this draw. Shot blocked by Hartz into the corner. Kale runs him off the puck. OJG gets it back though. Down low in the middle. Tipped away. OJG can't get that through. Hart's with it. Hart's in with Jay. There it is! Dylan Lightfield, second of the game. Dylan from Adams and Hart's. .5:30 left now. Fox knocks it back up. Ball, Penny, Molyneux, Coops Fink. Behind the net, Coops races for it. Backhands one to Fink. Fink through the middle to Ball. Ball skates it out. Ball beyond everybody, around the D. Ball in. Tries to cut in the middle, taken away. Good stick by Fink, slows this down. Kept in by Penny. Penny takes it into the corner, waits for some support. Comes the ball. Behind the net, Easton with it. Takes a look, through a lot of contact. Over to Penny, it's in his feet. Ball tries to knock this down camp. Comes to Langen in the D zone. Jack for Easton. Easton, soft chip ahead for Kai. Kai walks in, behind the net with it now. Goes the break side. Comes out the other way, gets help from Penny. Penny up to Langen. Jack walks the blue line. Jack takes a look. Sends one through. Tipped in! Langen with the shot. Molyneux with the tip in front of the net. And just like that, Fox takes a 1-goal lead. 2 goals in less than a minute. No, Kai got it. He tipped it. Yep. Langen and Lenny, Granville, Penny, and Taya. 4:30 left. Fox with a 1-goal lead now. Langen flips this in. That's got to settle. That's not going to. Icing. D-zone draw now for Fox. Same Fox. Fox being pushed out of the comfort zone a little bit here. Good to see the response from the boys. Up to Lenny. Lenny rims. Granville doesn't get there, but it does get out of the zone. Oh, man. Chipped right into the Fox bench. Penny giving him an earful for that tip into the bench. And Tatum pulls this draw straight ahead. Backhands one on net. Cooper's going to have to cover. We're getting an offensive go and draw here. Same five, stay out for Fox. Win by Penny. Lenny sends it deep. Puck tied up. OJG breaks free with it. In deep, Lyman cuts this off, sends it in deep. Full change here for Fox. OJG with it. Cuts to the middle. Ryder tries to get a stick on him. Galen and Kale break it up though. Now it's in deep. Parker with it. Parker behind the net. Rims it around for Hartz. Hartz tries to chip this out. Can't. Comes behind the net. Kale behind the net with it now. Off the glass. Out of the zone. Puck sent in deep. Offsides. His arm is up. Parker is going to pick this up behind the net. Reversing it for Kale. Kale for Adams. He just tries to kick this out of his own camp. Puck down low. Kale on it. Chips it ahead for Adams out of the zone. Adams kicks his head. He's got Hartz with him. Puck rolls in the corner on Adams though. Side of that shot. Glove save. Kai on the draw shot. That's blocked into the corner. Chipped off the glass. Icing arm is up and called. Ball, Molyneux, Day, Coops, Pink. OJG tossed. Ball wins this clean up to Coops. Coops over to Kai. Kai tries to rip one through the middle, kick down low to ball. Ball swipes at this, Day in support, and gets a stick on it. Ball on it. Ball backhands one through the middle to Kai. Kai pulls it out, goes up top. Kai around one, around two. Still with it on the stick. Shot is blocked into the corner. Kai right back on it with help from Day. Kai without his stick though. Tough to see in this corner, but Day and Kai, OJG comes away with it to the middle. Bank jumps it, gets it, throws it in deep. Puck comes back to Jack. Throws it through the middle to the soft spot and doesn't get a bounce he wants there. Granville gets a stick on this. Puck's free, one-on-one on Coop. Lenny off the bench, evens it up. Through the middle, tipped wide. Puck comes to Jack Granville, throws it, not out of his own. Shot, tipped, oh, good tip, right on Mason though. .146 left. OJG's goal is still in the net. OJG wins this draw, but Fox jumps it. Oh, kept in. Fox had a 2-on-1. The OJG player made a good play. Up down low, Langan on it. Jack sends this one softly. Icing. Not so softly. OJG takes their timeout. Empty net here for OJG. 6-on-5 hockey. Face off. Won by OJG. Gets through. Shot. Hits the post. Through the middle. Doesn't connect. Poked away by Hartz. OJG on it. Gets through the middle. Hits Dylan. Back in the zone. Oh, no. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. No. Six on four now. 59 seconds. Take off line to Delaney. He rips this around and out. Dylan gives chase. Hits Easton. Throws this down. Not on net. 45 seconds left. OJG hits their own player. That's thrown out of the zone. Ball gives chase. Ball picks this up. Turned over to OJG. Dylan on it. Throws one. Turned over. OJG with a lot of numbers now. It's Dylan skate. They're in 4-on-2. Shot blocked by Langen. Chips to Dylan. Dylan chips ahead to himself. Dylan in. Shoot, scores! That's the hat trick for Dylan Lakefield. With 7.1 left, Dylan makes it a 4-2 game. That will do it. Coops will take this back behind Mason, and that will end the game. Fox goes 3-0 on the weekend. Knocks off OJG 4-2 in the final game of the day.